What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee, and I love having conversations around different ways to make money. And when I got to thinking about it, it's been a while since I made a video about some high risk ways to make money. So that's when I had the idea for this video. In this video, I want to go over some higher risk ways to make an income. Now, this video is not meant entirely to be a joking video. I plan to give you some serious methods that you can make an income if you decide to pursue it, although a little bit more risk does come with these methods. So if you stick around to the end of this video and you drop a like on the video right now, you'll get some pretty good ideas on how to make some serious money. And the first high risk way that you can pursue to make some money has been all over the internet in 2021 and especially in early 2022 as well, and that is by making and selling NFTs. So I made a video on my own about NFTs, but lately I've been seeing so many articles of teenagers making their own NFT collection and selling them for hundreds if not millions of dollars. And what an NFT collection is basically ownership of some blockchain data that gains in value as the popularity for that specific NFT increases. This is basically a simple supply and demand scenario. As NFTs are so popular right now, and as people are making so much money creating their own NFTs and selling them to people, more people are interested in buying NFTs in the hope of selling them for more money. And because this seems like a fairly new trend right now, if you decide to create your own NFT collection, which doesn't cost that much money at all, you can then use some of the marketing services that other people use and sell that collection for tens if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I say this is a risky way to make money because if you decide to go the other route and actually buy NFTs from people, personally I don't see how there's any inherent value in that blockchain data. So if you decide to buy an NFT for $10,000, there's no promise that you will be able to sell that same NFT for more than $10,000 at a later date in the future. However, if you truly want to get into buying and selling NFTs, I recommend you do a lot more research on the topic so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. And the next risky way that you can make some serious money is by ROOBET betting. Now, if you haven't heard of ROOBET betting, what it is a software that allows you to gamble away cryptocurrency with the hopes of doubling, tripling, or sometimes quintupling your money in a short period of time. So this is the premises of the game. You start off the game by placing a wager on a specific amount of money that you plan to use to multiply or that you could lose if your bet doesn't work out. And then what happens is that once the game starts, a rocket begins to slowly climb up a graph with a multiplier on top of the rocket showing you what your money has grown to. So if that rocket gets to a 2 times multiplier, whatever you initially put up as a wager will then be doubled, and the same if that multiplier goes to 3x, 4x, or 5x. Now, the catch with this specific game is that if the rocket crashes at any point before you decide to cash out, you would lose all of the money that you decided to put up as your wager. So if you put $100 up and you want to wait for a 10 times multiplier, if that rocket crashed at 2x, then you will lose that $100 and you will have to start over with a new bet. Now, I bet you're already thinking, if you just cash out at 1.01x a whole bunch of times, then you are likely to make a whole bunch of money in a short period of time. But the developers of the game have already thought of this, and sometimes the rocket can crash without going up to any multiplier at all. So if you do decide to bet this way, you would eventually lose all of the money and all of the gains that you decide to invest if you were just trying to cash out at 1.01 with your whole account. Now, obviously, this is not a way to make a stable income or even to build a scalable business, but if you're someone who likes to live life on a risky side, then open up an account in ROOBET betting may not be a bad option just to have a little bit of fun, but I definitely wouldn't do it with any money that you're not 100% willing to lose. And another thing with ROOBET betting is that you're not technically allowed to do it in the United States, so if you did want to access this website, you would have to download a VPN to your computer and spoof your location so that you're allowed to create your account and then get started. Also, another thing with this is that you cannot transfer US dollars in order to bet. You have to transfer cryptocurrency into the website in order to use that to play Crash or any of the other games on the website. And after you've lost most of your money by playing Crash, you can then move on to cryptocurrency as your next high risk way to make some money. Now, these days, most forms of cryptocurrency is seen as an investment rather than a high risk way of making money. However, if you venture down into the world of altcoins, where you start to get coins that are valued at less than a penny, if someone were to decide to invest in one of these coins and that coin did shoot up to 2 pennies, they would stand to make a lot of money in this scenario. Now, if you look at the world of altcoins and just a vast variety of cryptocurrencies in general, you will see that there's tens of thousands of coins out there, and the possibility of you finding a coin that will actually be successful is pretty slim. But let's take one coin for example that wasn't expected to do well and that was made as a joke in the very beginning, and that coin, as we all know by now, is Dogecoin. So in the very beginning, no one could have predicted the run that Dogecoin did have. Now, saying that another valueless coin would do that in the future is unlikely, and if that does happen, you finding that specific coin is even more unlikely. However, I don't believe that both scenarios are impossible. So let's say you were someone who did some fundamental research on a coin that was valued at less than a penny, and you used $100 to buy 1 million coins of this specific coin. And if that coin did somehow make it to $1, then you will find yourself being a millionaire for just investing $1. Now, as I said, this scenario is incredibly unlikely, but I must include it in this video because it has happened before, and with the way cryptocurrency is moving in the future, it is likely to happen to some coin, one of the thousands out there, sometime in the future as well. But moving on to the next risky way that you can make money, especially as a young person, is by participating in experiments experimental medical trials. Now, when I first read about this myself personally, I thought that this was an insane method to even consider making money, because in modern medicine, we trust what the FDA has approved, and we know that we can use the medicine that is on the shelves because it has been tested so much in the past. It has proven to be helpful. However, when you go to the experimental medical trials route, there's not necessarily any proof that what the medicine that they are giving you will not be harmful for your system. And when I started reading more about what exactly these medical trials are, I found that a lot of them were not actually medicine related, but more of them were more about experimental mental health relations. And all you had to do for most of these medical trials were to participate in some sleep studies, or take some surveys after drinking coffee, or submitting yourself to different stimuli. So although when you hear the term experimental medical trials, you may automatically think that you have to take some specific medicine, a lot of the times companies will pay you $250 to $300 just for participating in a case study. So although companies do market these trials to specific demographic, if you do qualify for one, you can stand to make some good money with not a lot of work, although you are technically putting your body at risk. But let's say you did still happen to survive all of those experimental medical trials and you didn't want to move on to another way that you can make some money in a high risk way. Well, the next way that you can make money is by Forex trading, or something known as foreign exchange trading. Now, honestly, I used to see videos about Forex trading a lot more in the past. Back in 2016 and 2017, that was the #1 thing on my YouTube homepage, and it seemed like Forex trading was going to take over the world. So recently, I've been seeing a lot more videos about cryptocurrency than Forex trading, although there is a small niche of Forex traders that are still profitable or claiming to be profitable in the Forex space. Now, for those who don't know what Forex trading is, what it is the trading of price differences between different currencies so that you can make a profit when the values of those currencies change. And honestly, I don't know a ton about Forex trading myself, so I'm not going to try to explain in depth on how exactly you make money. But from what I can ascertain about Forex trading is that if you have $1 US and £1 British, if the value of the US dollar to the British pound goes down and you decide to purchase it when the US dollar is undervalued, if someday in the future that US dollar begins to gain value compared to the British pound, you can then sell your US dollar for British pounds and then make a little bit of profit on that. As I said, I don't know a ton about it, but how I did see a lot of people making a lot of money from this in the past is not from the actual Forex trading itself, but from people marketing affiliate services for Forex trading. So what people would do, and probably still are doing, is that they would give you the promise to teach you how to Forex trade and be profitable, but all you had to do is pay a monthly fee in order to get access to these resources. And then ultimately the guru who was claiming to be a Forex trader was making more money by getting people to sign up than they actually were through their trading profits. Now, if you were to go to Forex trading route, I would try to find someone that you believe is really genuine and not someone who is just trying to sign you up for a course. However, I think Forex trading in general is pretty risky, and as I said, it is very speculative and more related to gambling than actually building a solid business model. And after Forex trading, the next logical money making opportunity that you can be aware of is going to be actually day trading in the stock market. Now, day trading in the stock market is different from Forex trading because you're not going to be exchanging foreign currencies, but what you're going to be doing here is speculating on whether or not the price of a specific security will go up and down within a short period of time. Now, I attempted to do day trading in the past, especially when I was a college student, but I quickly realized that there is almost no rhyme to reason to the stock market, and by participating in day trading activities, you are exposing yourself to a lot of risk with the promise of not making a lot in return. Now, don't get me wrong, some people can be very successful day trading and they can make anywhere from 10 to 100% on their day trading accounts per day. However, I do think that it takes a lot of skill and risk management to develop a technique to be profitable, and for the most part, for people who are young and trying to build wealth, they will be better off investing their money into something else. But how day trading works is very similar. You find a stock that you feel is oversold within a short period of time. Maybe it's Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, but you find a stock that is fairly volatile, and then what you want to do is try to buy it when it's low on the day and then sell it when it's a little bit higher later in the day. This scalping method is incredibly risky and it has no promise of guaranteeing you a return, but as I said, some people have gained the ability to read charts very well, and if you do study and become proficient at this, then you'll be able to take advantage of tiny movements in the market and then start to make a little bit of money in this way. Although this does not build you passive income, if you want to have fun and do this as well, I don't see any wrong in you using your money in this way if that's how you want to enjoy it. And one of the last high risk ways I want to talk about that you can make money, especially as a young age, and this one doesn't have anything to do with putting your body at risk with medical trials or gambling your money away or anything like that, but this one is actually going to be starting a business for yourself. Now, there's a reason why I include starting a business in this video, is that most small businesses that are started, if they are not taken care of and if they're not pursued with discipline, won't make a profit in the first 2 or 3 years, and the owners of that business will end up giving up. However, if you do have a plan to start a small business and you are disciplined and motivated to see the process through, then starting a small business could make you a millionaire in the future if you see it through. Now, I know when I say the term millionaire, that's something that every person strives for, but even if you start a small business that only made $100 a month or $500 a month, that is extra money in your pocket that you can put towards other investments or other things that you want to do with your life that you didn't have before. Simply by starting a YouTube channel, you can make an extra $100 to $500 a month as a small YouTuber, and once you do start to build an audience, this number can easily climb up to $10,000 plus just from ad revenue. And once you do have that audience, you can then branch out to other income sources, like having your own website, like having your own digital product store, or even merch. And once you start to really build out your business, whatever you initially put up as an investment in order to buy equipment or in order to get started, it won't seem like that much once you start to see the benefits of your labor. However, starting a new business is risky and it does take a long time to get off the ground, but I really do think that it's probably the best option from all of the options that I talked about in this video. But with all that being said, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you found any kind of value in this video, then don't forget to tap that like button for your boy, as it really does help the channel out. Also, don't forget to look in the description below, where if you sign up to the public app, you will get a free fractional share of a stock just for signing up and opening an account. You don't have to deposit any money. All you have to do is sign up and you get that free money. But also, last plug, don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this, and I will see you in the next one, guys.